So here's a visual representation of my mind right now as told by my office. Just a complete mess and all over the place. So I've been scouring through all my old electronics and cables, and I managed to find the RAM stick that fits this MacBook. This is the old school MacBook. It's running OS 10.6, 2 gigahertz Intel Core Duo, and 512 megabytes of RAM. I've been trying to troubleshoot this to get it working because this has the old school FireWire port, and I just want to test this to see if I can use this old school laptop to get the MIDI keyboard working. MacBook is so old that I actually don't even have the standard battery for it. This is actually my sister's laptop she used in college. Both of them actually had one. They both passed them down to me, and I gave one away to a friend, and then I kept this one, and this one still doesn't even have the battery, so it's literally being charged by, it's just being powered, I should say, just by being plugged into the charger, and thus the reason I'm having it stand up like this for now. You have no idea how satisfying it is to know that that works. So that is going through the very first interface I bought, the Focusrite, into the old school MacBook, into the Roland ED PC70. If anything, at least I know that this all works. At least I know this is all fine. Everything works fine. This hookup, even though this is a really old school like method and all that, and it's on the older MacBook, I got it working. Now that being said, I'm still probably gonna have to invest in a modern interface so I can hook it up to my actual iMac and all that. But as of right now, at least I have something that's working, and that in itself is just a huge, huge relief. So I'm back from dinner now, and I had picked up this UX16. This is a USB MIDI interface that I found at another store, brand new, plug and play. And as you can tell, it works perfectly. Finally. You have no idea. I literally went through the old Focusrite. I went through this Yamaha MDP 5, and finally have something that just plugs in, plays, drivers work perfectly, everything just was settled. I'm so satisfied right now. I could probably find a use for this somehow. If anything, I'll just sell it off for cheap. I got them used anyway, so I'm not too upset because it's not like I bought them brand new or anything. So no skin off my back. At least I got this working. I'm happy. Keep in mind, however, now I have to clean all of this up still. Vlog being rendered. I believe about 3 more to go, including this one. So look, ladies and gentlemen, I know I've said this in a previous vlog. I'll probably say it in many more vlogs to come. Right now, I'm a 20-year-old young adult, quote unquote. I have a great group of friends who I try to see as frequently and often as possible. I have family both here and back stateside, of course, that I try to, again, keep in contact with as best as possible. I have the responsibility, of course, of being a CEO, an entrepreneur. I manage 2 businesses right now. DigitalDojos, my content creation network, and of course, ScreenCap, my client services, which is surpassed 137 plus clients according to my last count, all of which I do individually. I am the PR end, I am the support end, I am the financial end, so on and so forth. Not to mention these daily vlogs, which right now are coming up about 2 weeks on, since I rebooted them, 100 plus overall. And on top of that, I have many more aspirations. I want to learn a language. I want to read all these books that I've always wanted to read. I want to travel more. I'm in the middle of a huge move right now. That's going to be a pretty big move for me personally. I'm trying to learn how to play this MIDI keyboard on top of that and learn about audio equipment. Now, I'm not trying to brag and be like, hey, look at me. Look at everything I'm doing. No, the message I'm trying to get across is this, and it's simple. We have the time. It's about prioritizing the things that matter most to us, but my cardinal rule is this: there is always time for the things that you're passionate about. Speaking about things I'm passionate about, chocolate. Another vlog in the process of rendering and will be published shortly after. Alright, so updated 6 a.m. I have one more vlog to edit and publish, and oh, by the way, update on the office situation. There is no update. It's still completely the same way as it was earlier because I've totally neglected it. So, not neglected it, I prioritize work on top of my office. Out of sight, out of mind, even though it's completely within my view. I have been going back and forth with a client for the last couple of minutes here. You gotta understand, Saturdays for me are like a rush day, or Saturday mornings and Friday nights. Reason being because right now it's like 6 a.m. on a Saturday here, meaning it's 1:40 in the afternoon in the States, so, in West Coast at least. So typically, like with clients who are locking in a project right before the end of the work week, so I have time to review it and then get started on it right at the beginning of next week, there's always this rush for me to get in contact with them and, align with time zones and stuff like that. There's never like an ideal time, but this just tends to work out for me, and it's easier for me to set it up. That way I can prepare for the upcoming week, what I have to do, what I have to sort out, all that fun stuff. Let me play out this vlog with a tune. I can finally play that on an actual keyboard and not a virtual instrument. Anyways, thank you all for watching.